Hi Clarice and Tricia, this is just a short YouTube video to show you how to use this DevNW map dashboard. So when you go to the link, you should see this website here with indicators for DevNW population proportions at the top. In the middle is a map, and that's where you'll be able to get your data. If you hover over the map, you will see pop-ups giving you some information. So all of these numbers, like value 92%, tell you the population proportion. So in this case, for the proportion of people with health insurance, the total population in Lynn County, 92% have health insurance. In Benton County, 94% have health insurance. If you want to change your indicator, you can click on one of these indicators on the left. And that's going to bring up some different options. So if you want to look at the population proportions for different race and ethnicity, you can click on that. And you're not going to get good data until you select a specific demographic group. If you hover over right now, you see it says that Marion County has a population proportion of 110%, which doesn't make any sense. You need to pick a demographic group, race and ethnicity Asian, and then if you hover, you see that 2% of people in Marion County identify as Asian. 7% in Benton County identify as Asian. If you want to choose a different indicator, you can. These ones automatically filtered to only the indicators that have the same demographic group. So what I would do is I would deselect a demographic group, then choose another indicator, and now you can see the proportion of the population that has Oregon Health Plan, OHP, 16% in Benton County, 27% in Lynn County. Now we talked about being able to get that for a census tract level, and so if you go up here at the right, you have some different options for your level of detail. You can go to the census tract, and you see the same set of indicators, but now they're at the census tract level. If you want to zoom in to just one county, you can filter over here. You can even zoom into a couple of counties and select multiple. And then again, when you hover over, census tracts have that long GeoID number to identify them. And you can see that 94% of people in East Lynn County in that particular census tract have health insurance. You can again choose different indicators, and for this indicator you can pick the total poverty rate. Here in South Corvallis, for example, 20% of people live in households below the poverty line. You can filter to just Hispanic and Latinos, and you can see in South Corvallis 26% of Hispanic and Latinos live in a household below the poverty line. With the census tracts, there are some census tracts that don't have data, especially when you get to small populations like African American. You can see over here in southwest Benton County the value is null because there is no reportable data. There isn't a big enough sample size to report on that. So you're going to get lots of gaps at the census tract level. Another step we can do moving forward is we can identify the specific census tracts that you're interested in. We can put a filter where it will just filter to those census tracts that are in DevNW's service area. And looking at another level of detail, this PUMA, which stands for Public Use Micro Area, or Public Use Microdata Area, you had asked me if it's possible to look at OHP use by race, and it is, but as I said in the email, it's not possible to do it at the county level or at generally at the census tract level, but it is possible to do it with this public use microdata. So the OHP by race, if you just want OHP total, you can click on that OHP total, and then you see, for example, in the the rural parts of Lane County, 24% of people are on OHP, whereas in West and South Eugene, 22% are on OHP. These public use microdata areas are based on population size. So, for example, Lynn and Benton County are lumped into one group because their populations aren't big enough, whereas Lane County actually has 3 public use microdata areas, PUMAs, a rural one, and then 2 around Eugene and Springfield. So anyway, if you want to look at OHP by race, again, when you first click it, you're not going to get good information because it's adding all of these up. So you need to pick what specific race you're interested in, or ethnicity. For example, Hispanic and Latinos in the rural parts of Lane County, 42% of Hispanic and Latinos are on OHP. If we go up here, looks like up here in West Portland, only 14% of Hispanic and Latinos are on OHP. Whereas here in Hillsborough, you've got 40%, or the Hillsborough area of Washington County, you've got 40%. You can filter to one or more of your PUMAs that you're interested in. So you could just look at Marion, Salem South, Marion North Salem, Marion Rural, Lynn Benton, Lane. Unfortunately, Lincoln County is grouped with all the other North Coastal counties, so that's pretty big. But now you can just identify, at least generally, which areas in your service area have the highest OHP by race. So here, if you look at Hispanic Latinos in the East Eugene and Springfield area, 47% of them have OHP, whereas in the South Salem area, that looks like the lowest percent in this, with 33%. And again, you can look at different demographic groups. So Asians in the rural part of Lane County, only 11% of them are on OHP, whereas in Benton and Lynn County, 17%. So a quick recap, you can change your level of detail by clicking County Census Tract or PUMAs. You can filter your geographic areas on the right. You can choose different indicators to explore, and to see the full set of indicators, you need to deselect all your demographic groups. Then you can pick a different indicator. If you're interested in OHP by age, again, you click on that, and then you need to select a demographic group before you can interpret the data in the actual map. Okay, that's about it.